What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode of Mom and Papa Joe. Today on the menu is jerk pork. We're going to butterfly this pork butt, get it seasoned, give it a 24-hour marinade, and it's going to be especially good come tomorrow. First time to our channel, hey, take a look around. We think you're going to enjoy what you see. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that subscribe button. Let's get moving. What we have here is a 9.5 pound Smithfield pork butt. I've already washed it, got it dried off. Not a whole lot of trimming necessary. I'm going to remove this little bit of slippery, slimy fat, and then I am going to get to butterfly. I made sure that it had a fully intact fat cap because I think it's going to protect it from that direct heat when I put this on the drum tomorrow. Very simple trimming. I'm using my new knife set, Pure Home, and man, I've been putting it through its paces. Awesome set of knives. Any place where the fat cap is overly thick, I will thin it out. Feels good. So we're going to look to butterfly this. We want to be able to get this jerk marinade deep into this meat. So we're going to create lots of surface area. Here you can see the shoulder blade comes pretty close to the surface. So I think I'm just going to peel this back and come back underneath to try to get that out. Let's give this a shot. Alright, so there we are, folks. We're pretty much opened up. So what I'm going to do is just create some hash marks to create more surface area for applying this marinade. I don't want to cut through this any more than the one spot where the bone was, which is right there. So we're going to be giving this at least a 24, at a minimum 24-hour marinade, man, and you know it's got to be Walker's Wood wet jerk marinade. So we're going to knock some out on the backside first, making sure we keep our spoon clean and not contaminate our bucket. So here you want to make sure you get this all those crevices that we created by cross-cutting. So we're going to get this put back into a container, and it's going to go into our refrigerator covered, for at a minimum 24 hours. So our jerk is in the fridge marinating for that long overnight. The one last thing we have to do today is to make our pepper sauce, our onion pepper sauce. You cannot have jerk without that onion pepper sauce. I've got 2 white onions. I may only use 1 to 1.5. A couple of sweet mini peppers. 4 habaneros. I could not find Scotch bonnets. These are the next best things. I may only use 2 or 3 of these. I doubt I will use all 4. A couple pieces of thyme and some celery. Alright, we're prepped out. I ended up going with 1.5 onions, 4 of the habaneros. I used all 4, so into our canning jar. And initially it's going to be a little tight, alright, but once this vinegar cooks these onions down, things are going to loosen up. So we're just going to layer things in a little bit. And I've got my gloves on because, man, I don't want to be playing with these habaneros and get caught slipping. So our canning jar is chock full of goodness, man. And folks, you can make this yours. You can do everything from carrots, bell peppers. Use your imagination as far as what you want in here, and you can make it happen. Pimento berries, allspice. I mean, there's so many different ways you can go with this. Now all I'm going to do is come back with some white vinegar, and it won't take much because that's pretty full. I guarantee you that's probably close to between a half cup and 3/4 of a cup of white vinegar. And all you're gonna do now is just give this a little bit of a shake, man. And you can put this away in the fridge because of the vinegar, that pickling, that preservative. You can leave it on the countertop for a few. But again, we're only going about 24 hours before we're gonna use it. All right, here we are, folks. We are pushing 24 hours, and our prep pork butt is out of the fridge, coming to temperature. And for those of you who've been around a little bit, you know I love to cover this with the Grace Jamaican dry jerk seasoning. Really brings a nice finish. Not as hot as the Walker's Wood, but it definitely brings a little oomph. Nice little pop. That should do us. We're gonna head outside, get this drum going. All right, our drum is up to temp, man. We're rocking right around 275. It might have been a good idea to cut this up into smaller pieces. I did not want to do that. Perfect fit. All right, our jerk is on the drum. We're now going to quickly make a bit of a spritz. That drum is going to be running fairly warm, so I want to make sure that this pork does not dry out. So I'm going to be spritzing maybe every half hour or so, much more often than I normally do. I want to start with a couple of tablespoons of some fresh, clean marinade. Gonna be using my red stripe beer, that Jamaican beer that pairs very well with jerk. Just gonna come in here, man, and pour. I'm looking to get maybe a cup. I've got a little over 1 cup right here, so that is a perfect amount. I'm gonna pour off about half of this, and then I want to save some that I'm gonna mix into my sauce in the end. All right, we're at our first hour, and I'm telling you, I can hear those juices dripping onto that fire, man, and the smell that's coming up is just ridiculous good. Again, I want to keep this as moist as possible, especially around the edges. I definitely want to check the underside. All right, it's cooking nicely. It's not darkening, not burning. Just gonna let this continue to rock. All right, we are at 1 hour and 45 minutes, man. Let's see what's going on. I think I am going to flip. So I'm just gonna hit it with a little bit more of my spritz. Smelling and looking good. Oh yeah. I'm gonna give this another half hour. We'll come back out here and we'll begin saucing. Now let's get our sauce together. You've seen me in the past, and you know I really enjoy the Cosmos Apple Habanero with jerk. Man, the heat and the sweetness really complements the heat from that Walker's Wood. And again, man, you just pour as much as you think you'll need. And I'll come right in, I'll thin it out with some of our jerk, our jerk water. Yes, our jerk water. And this really lessens the sweetness and creates a great combination of sweet and heat. So it's been another half hour, man, and we are going to start glazing with that little glaze we created. Oh, this is going to drip onto those coals and really create some additional flavoring. Trying to get this into every nook and cranny. We're just a hair under 3 hours, and I think we're gonna pull this, man. That looks absolutely beautiful. These pieces are nice and soft. Hope I can do this without tearing up something. Ooh. Ooh, she feels like she almost want to fall apart. Yep. There we are. Beautiful. Oh man, that is a thing of beauty. We've let her rest for a few minutes. We're gonna slice into this. And of course, we've got almost 27-hour-old onion sauce, pepper onion sauce. Some people refer to it as escovitch. But man, this is going to be delicious. This little piece that is already falling off. And just the way the Jamaicans eat this, man. Oh. If you are not feeling this, something is wrong with your soul. Wow, that is totally delicious. What a compliment this onion sauce is. The sweet, man, the heat, the spices, those habaneros. I can only imagine, man, Scotch bonnet. I'm about to throw down, folks. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe's as usual. And if you haven't yet hit that subscribe button, man, we'd really appreciate your support. In the meantime, I want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and we'll see you when we see you. Holla.